to our podcast, Little Corner of YouTube, where three Chappettes sit and discuss current affairs of the world. I'm Sammy.
I'm Claire.
And I'm Viv.
And tonight we are discussing narcissism and possibly our personal experiences with it. So we're going to kick off with Claire.
Hello, darling.
Hello, my love.
I have a little haiku for us.
Perfect.
Alright, so... Good day and welcome. So delightful to have you here. Let's get started, girls. Ta-da!
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Okay.
That's quite terrible.
No, it's pretty.
I loved it.
Yeah. Okay, so odds are we've all ran into a narcissist at some point in our lives. You either have a friend who always manages to turn the topic of conversation onto themselves, or that colleague who won't stop bragging about their new car, and that family member who thinks she is better than you at everything and is apparently practically perfect in every way.
Get the feeling Viv's quite strong on this topic.
Well, I've known some narcissists, but we'll get to that later. But not every narcissist is the same. You may think that they're all loud, but they're not. It is possible to have some traits of narcissism, which can be more manageable on a day-to-day basis, whereas some have a fully diagnosed personality disorder, and this is when the condition can affect that person's life as well as the people they interact with. So you can just have certain traits, but you know.
It's a very deep
yes.
subject. It's quite
wide
big.
subject.
Very wide. I mean, I only really know the side of just people with slightly narcissistic personality. I don't really know much deeper.
No, I've run into a few.
We're not talking about people that are just generally arseholes here. Like, you get some people that is just a bit of a butt.
Yeah.
We're actually talking about people who had, like, a problem.
Yeah.
Like, a point where their self-proclamations of how great they are is like a problem with their daily life.
Yeah, there's a very famous figure, I believe, Viv will talk about in a second.
In Greek mythology, which I absolutely love, any kind of mythology. I'm a bit of a nerd for it. I love it.
It is love.
For those of you who don't know, the hunter Narcissus was renowned for his beauty, and Nemesis, the goddess of revenge, attracted Narcissus to a pool of water. He saw his own reflection in the water and fell in love with it. Not realizing it was merely an image, he was unable to leave the beauty that he saw, and he died where he sat. Narcissus is actually the origin of the term narcissism, which is a fixation with oneself.
It's actually the subject of a very beautiful painting by a wonderful artist, Salvador Dali.
Yes, I love that painting.
I can't remember it from my head.
It's really beautiful. He's just sat there in front of the pool staring at himself. There's ants crawling all over him. It's just
beautiful.
Yeah, no, I do know that one.
It's just great. But we're going to get onto the question section, and we're going to say, like, when you hear the word narcissist, girls, what initially comes to your head and what behaviours do you associate with it?
Mirrors.
Well, actually, you just mentioned it, Claire, that painting. Every time I hear the word narcissism or narcissist or whatever, that image just pops into my head, that image of Narcissus just staring at himself in the water. And like Sammy just said, mirrors. I just see, I just imagine someone staring at themselves in front of a mirror.
It's like when you're in a restaurant or something like that and you go into the ladies' bathroom. I don't know what it's like in the men's at all because I don't go in there. But you go in there and there's at least like maybe 5 girls just staring at themselves in the mirror, not really doing anything other than just kind of poking at their face. It's like, what?
I've noticed that, yeah.
How much time do these girls waste doing this? I'm sure it's not just women, and I'm sure there's men that do this too, like...
Oh, with their hair and stuff.
Yeah, they just stand in front of the mirror staring at themselves, and you think, sweetheart, you could be learning a skill or doing some painting or doing something good with your time.
Fine to gussy up now and again, but some people, I think, maybe get a bit obsessed with it.
Like, I will leave the house with no makeup on, haven't brushed my hair, look like a mess, and no one ever makes a comment. You don't, like, if you're literally just popping to the corner shop, you don't have to look your best all the time.
Only people make a comment is my friends when they just see a bit of a bird's nest and laugh at me, but those are friends.
But see, people don't care. People are too self-involved. They're too interested in their own. They've got to get to here. I've got to get there. They're not bothered about the people around them. They don't care if you wear a black bin bag. They're not going to notice.
But it's narcissism in a sense, but it's quite a good, healthy narcissism, because you don't need to worry much about other people because they're fine. They're just running around, so that's healthy narcissism, I think.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of something that's healthy with it, like.
Yeah, everyone has a certain narcissistic, tendencies every now and then. It's a natural thing to be self-involved and to think only of yourself. We all do it, and that's natural.
Very. I mean, I'm generally
do it every day.
But I will be narcissistic occasionally, but I don't do it every day, like you said.
I think there's a difference between like actual narcissism and having something to take pride in yourself with. Like, you're an amazing filmmaker. Vivi is a writer. I don't know what I've got to be proud of.
You're a chef.
Chefing, being fucking bad.
Hello.
But yeah,
you're also part squirrel, so
badass. Part squirrel.
That's an achievement in itself.
So it's a rare thing, part squirrel.
Never seen it before. Amazing.
One of a kind, love.
Yeah. I feel proud of myself now.
But I associate narcissism with, I suppose, I don't know. I lost it.
There's a lot of behaviours. Basically, it's quite often
a lot
to do with. I think there's like 4 things with narcissism. You've got like
there's a lot.
Confidence in looks, desperate to be leadership, desperate to be noticed, and also, in a way, manipulating people for their own needs. They're kind of 4 sort of staples of narcissism.
I suppose, narcissists always want to talk about themselves, because that's the only thing they're thinking of is themselves, because it's a fixation with oneself. So I suppose what I associate with it is, I mean, when you're having a conversation with someone, it's perfectly normal to go, oh, I did this, I did that, and then that other person to go, oh, I did this and I did that. It's if you didn't do that, there would be no conversation. But with a narcissist, it's constant, yes, but I did this, and well, I did this, and
just
it's never
telling
what
about
did
themselves.
you do. It's never asking someone what did you do today. It's always what they did. That's what I associate. It's just that just they only care about themselves. It seems to me, maybe I don't know.
They do, I guess, exclude in a way.
Yeah.
I think that's a common thing with probably near all narcissists, actually.
Yeah.
I couldn't
you said
say
a lot about the manipulation stuff, and get into this later when we're talking about the next question. But I have had personal experience with narcissists that do manipulate in major ways.
Yeah, I mean, because narcissists are so self-involved, it appears, I guess, in a way that a narcissist is a person that probably has no idea as what they're doing, and they'll probably experience other things as well and not recognise exactly what they're doing. I mean, looking at here, a fact that has been given to me by Viv is a narcissist is probably a person who has no idea he or she is a narcissist. Shy narcissists may also experience symptoms of depression or anxiety and are more likely to seek help. Grandiose or loud narcissists are more unlikely to seek help, but this is because they feel superior or are doing well in life.
That makes sense, I guess. I mean, you can have 2 different kinds. Like, I suppose the shy ones don't really know that they are narcissists,
or feel unhappy, I guess, and not sure why.
Well, you can see the link with low self-esteem there, because if everything is about them and they aren't meeting their own standards, they're going to feel bad.
Yeah, true.
If the standards they're holding themselves to are so unrealistic because they believe so highly in themselves and they can't reach it, they're going to be upset, the poor little things. And to some extent, I feel really sorry for them because I have low self-esteem. I'm dealing with it in various ways, but as someone who also feels the way they do for different reasons, it's just so sad.
It is. Yeah.
I feel a narcissist would have a lot more difficulty dealing with their low self-esteem, quite possibly. I mean, as you said, you know all about your own low self-esteem and you know how to deal with it, but maybe the possibility that a narcissist doesn't know how to deal with it properly.
Yeah, and it's just anyone who feels bad about themselves. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to retrain to be a therapist, is because it's just, I don't want people to feel that way, and it makes me sad to think other people feel bad about themselves.
No, it's not a fun thing to experience.
But I find it interesting, though, that the louder narcissists, you know, they wouldn't seek help. They wouldn't think that, because they wouldn't think that anything's wrong with them. And in a way, I find that to be even sadder than the shy narcissists.
Yeah.
Because at least the shy ones are more likely to get help because they know something's wrong. Whereas a loud one who, you know, is very boisterous and in your face maybe, and, you know, more or less like blowing a foghorn in everybody's face, let's say, you know, I think their lives are a bit sadder because they're this person. They're not going to have, what kind of relationships are they going to have when all they think about is themselves?
I guess they need more instant gratification to feel like they're helping themselves. That's the help that they think works best, is getting the gratification they need instantly and the attention rather than actual proper help.
They think there's nothing wrong with them as well, probably. So have you guys ever met a narcissist, either in school, work, or whatever?
Oh, yes.
Clary, take the floor.
Claire, yeah. You go first.
I've had a lot of experience with someone who, like, looking back at it now, they probably do have traits of narcissism. I wouldn't really go as far as to say they are a full-blown bloody narcissist, but like some of the things that they did with the manipulation and the way that they viewed themselves and how everything was about them, it's almost like a big red flag saying, damn buddy, that guy is a narcissist. And I don't know, it just, when you're hanging around someone like that who constantly feels the need to put you down to feel better about themselves, it is hard.
It does sound quite painful.
I mean, and then there's always that person in your class or in school or at work or whatever who likes putting other people down to feel better about themselves. Like, that's just, you can see a lot of it in people that bully, I guess.
Oh yeah,
I was subject to bully at school.
Yeah.
Well, I actually, I think this is the worst case. I worked for someone who was a narcissist, and she was my boss. She was the owner's wife, like the owner of the company, and she was his wife, and she was my boss, and she just loved to put me down every day. Like, I remember I came into work one day and I was maybe like a minute late, so it was like literally it was 8:31 a.m. when I walked through the door, and she called me up on it and she said, you were late. And then she was like, you should be rushing around, you should be running into this room. And I was like, excuse me? You think I should be doing everything that you want me to do? And she just wanted me to be a bitch.
How did she treat everybody else at the
She was nasty. We had to build a complex table for her on Excel with all the all the mathematics that goes into it, and she kept changing her mind, so we weren't doing it right because she kept changing her mind. And I remember one day at like 4 p.m. she said, she shouted at all of us, and there was like 3 or 4 of us working on this thing, and she said, if you don't get this done by 5 p.m. you're all fired.
Ow.
That's mental.
Yeah. And I was like, she won't, because she'll have no one to work for her then. That's half her staff gone if she fires us. So I didn't buy into it, and she didn't. But she was just a bully, and she was so self-involved. She didn't care about anyone's feelings. She was very self-indulgent. She didn't care about anybody's feelings. You know, she always liked to make sure that whenever you were feeling good about something that you'd done, she'd say, oh no, it's not right, just to get you down on that step, you know?
Yeah.
That's the worst case I've had, but I've had cases in school, I've had friends where people always wanted to be the one to make the decisions. You know, but that was a tame, you know, child. That might have not been narcissism. That might have been a childish thing. I don't know.
I experienced that kind of thing mostly in like secondary school and sixth form. I mean, I can't say I knew any narcissists personally. I had narcissists that picked on me at school because they were the popular girls. They ran around wearing makeup, they bleached their hair, etc. Yeah. And they made fun of me and my friends because, you know, we were the kind of spotty, nerdy ones. So, I mean, I wasn't really involved in narcissists. I mean, I guess I knew one in sixth form. I mean, I was the quietest person in the group. And I did try to put myself forward a bit, but there was one person that sort of be very loud and boisterous and sort of always sort of put herself sort of in the middle of things. So I'm guessing that she was a bit of a big narcissist. I mean, she did care about some people in a way, but generally, if she didn't like you and thought you weren't particularly useful, she wouldn't really associate herself with you.
She probably wasn't a narcissist. She probably had narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah, I think she's that's the closest I get. I mean,
maybe.
Other than that, it's mainly just via the internet. You always see that kind of people because the internet's a facade. People
and you always see celebrities as well. There's a lot of celebrity narcissists out there.
I can think of two off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Very famous case of Charlie Sheen. Quite a few years back, he had the massive meltdown, and he came out very publicly with a lot of odd
He's not
stuff.
a nice guy.
And then, actually, quite recently, Lindsay Lohan's been very self-indulgent, making herself a documentary about her post-rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And getting that, it seems very self-indulgent, and from the sounds of it, the people who were working on it with her were getting very frustrated because she'd come late, she'd come rolling in, hungover from parties, indulging in herself, still wanting this thing to be made, expecting people to work for her in these conditions, and they just didn't want to cooperate with her because she was being very unreasonable.
That doesn't surprise me. Money's corrupt. Money moves people and money turns.
It's fame that's done it.
Well,
yeah, fame.
Like, we put these people on such a high pedestal, and they get fed all their working life that they are the be all and end all, and that other people follow the things that they do, and that they can start trends and make things, and they innovate society. And it's just so sad that they then believe their own publicity and just surround themselves in this bubble wrap of loving themselves.
I do feel celebrity culture is a big influence on narcissistic culture.
Yeah. I just had a thought, going back to like Narcissus and that classic story. Yeah. It's not a celebrity, but it's a book by Oscar Wilde, Dorian Gray.
Ah,
very good book.
I've not read that one, but
Narcissist. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense because he
sells his soul. He sells his soul to this painting. So that the painting will age and the painting will get the injuries that he would obviously sustain in life, and he would just stay young and beautiful and clean, and he could do whatever the hell he wanted, and there would be no repercussions. And he was a complete narcissist.
So he I just realised the ultimate narcissist lifestyle.
Probably, yeah.
And no regrets, no
loving himself.
Yeah.
He loved himself, and you know, the way he looked and the way he was at that moment in time, that he thought, I don't want to age ever. You know, he was perfect. He was perfection. And he thought, I need to keep this perfection. So I'm going to, you know, put my soul into this painting. And that's what he did. And it worked for a while, you know.
I don't know what happened in the end of the story. I haven't read it.
I won't spoil it for you then.
It's a wonderful story.
The only Oscar Wilde I know is the importance of being earnest.
I won't spoil it for you then.
I love Oscar Wilde.
I need to read it sometime, really.
God bless his gay little cotton socks. I hope he is chasing tail in heaven right now.
Getting some churbass.
Oh my.
I'm so
anyway, moving swiftly on.
Yeah.
Claire?
Hello, darling. Alright, so we've been looking at quite a lot of information lately that says that there is some kind of link between selfies and addiction and narcissism and causing health issues. Would you agree that this culture of always constantly taking pictures of yourself to be put on the internet and sent to your friends and wider audiences, are you thinking this is like a thing, or do you think it's bogus?
I'm thinking that when you said like there's some sort of link is an understatement. I mean,
it's a definite thing. I honestly believe
go back
it.
to Narcissus. He was looking in the mirror at himself a lot. And people who take selfies are clearly looking at themselves.
A lot.
And I mean, some people who take selfies will take endless amounts of selfies to get the perfect selfie to put up. I mean, that's a problem for some people. Other people just want to constantly snap picture, put it up, snap picture, put it up. Because kind of got two different sizes of selfie there.
I mean, the odd selfie is fine.
I mean, I do it from time to time.
Yeah, it's fine. But I think it's when you have a chain of just photographs, like 5 or 6 a day. I know there was this one case of a young boy, I think in America, and he actually spent 10 hours a day taking selfies.
I think I have heard
and
that case.
He had to take cognitive behavioural therapy to change the way he thought. And that is a narcissistic tendency because he was looking at himself for 10 hours a day. That's more than I work a day.
That's going into, like, extreme. Seriously extreme.
Yeah, that is extreme. There's extreme problems. And I think it's not just that person that wants to take the selfies that, oh, I look good. And when I post it, I get compliments. I also think it's social media, you know, and I think it's definitely the media and celebrities and all this bullshit.
There's a big thing on, like, judging you by your appearance.
Yeah, there's a lot of judging by your appearance. You don't need to take a selfie to get compliments, okay? Everybody is beautiful.
Yep.
That's the end of it.
I guess so, yep.
But if you want to take a selfie, fine. But don't take 5 a day.
It's this big thing, is like, you always have to look perfect. You can't have any blemish. You have to look beautiful to everyone, and that's just such an impossible task.
I will say for a fact right now, I have at least 5 large zits on my face, and my hair has not been brushed today. I woke up and I didn't do a thing to it.
You know what? I haven't washed my hair since Thursday. Oh, no. I'm pretty gross right now. I'm in my pajamas.
Gross. I'm in a small dress shirt because it's too fucking hot. I'm sat here sweating, genuinely.
Like, I will spend most of my days in my pajamas. If you look at my Twitter account, of the selfies that I take, most of them I'm pulling a ridiculous face.
Oh, don't I know it? You've seen me.
Oh yeah, I mean...
See, I will only take a selfie if it's rare. I think I took a selfie once last year when I first went to see my other half, and I curled my hair.
Got that saved somewhere.
I curled my hair, and I was like, "Oh my god, my hair! It never curls this well.
Looked adorable.
Look at it!" And that was it. And I hated myself for it because I hate taking selfies. I hate it, and I felt dirty afterwards. But you know, I was just like, "Oh my god, my hair never curls this well. I have to cherish this moment." And that, I swear, that is the only selfie I've taken in like the last 3 years.
I will say I'm guilty of taking selfies on my hair. It looks great as well.
There's some things like that every now and again when you just want to show people that, hey, look what I've done, or hey, look what I'm doing, or dude, just check out how awesome my hair looks today.
Yeah,
I look good. There's nothing wrong with that, but every fucking day, and if you're spending
multiple
hours.
Do you know what annoys me the most though? When somebody says something in a comment about their selfie and it's not even related to the selfie. It's like, you took a picture of your face, but the picture and the comment don't match.
Yeah,
that gets my goat.
That annoys me as well.
Or if you go to a monument or somewhere beautiful or something like that, and the picture you're taking is of you rather than the thing that's beautiful, or you in front of it, get your stinky face out the picture. Honestly,
at least have somebody take a picture of you further away so you can see a lot more.
Yeah, so it's
even if you don't have someone with you, fair dues, but if...
You can ask a stranger, they're more than happy to go, oh yeah, sure, I'll take a photo of you. I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah, I mean, just find a nice little old lady and explain the process. They're going to do it for you.
You'd be there for 2 hours. God,
normally you find someone...
camera to my mother, you would die before she'd figure out how to work that camera. I am not kidding you, okay?
Moira, if you're listening to this, you're lovely. Don't listen to your daughter.
No, but she knows it's true. She's terrible. She's a technophobe. It's ridiculous.
Oh dear.
It's ridiculous.
But no, if you just see someone like taking a picture on their iPad or their iPhone, you know they know how to work a camera. Yeah. And it's fine.
Yeah, true.
But no, if you're taking a picture and it's specifically like, oh, have you seen how my hair looks? Take a picture of a selfie.
Or if you've literally just had a haircut, that's mostly one of the times that I will take a selfie.
Haircut.
Hey look, haircut, or I bought an awesome scarf. Check out my awesome lady unicorn scarf that I bought. Sorry about the selfie, but awesome scarf.
Yeah, I mean, I will accept makeup selfies because if somebody spent hours on the makeup, okay, maybe. But if they take like 5 in a row of the same face, just stop.
And if you say, like, if you're deciding to keep an item of clothing like a dress, and you genuinely want someone's opinion, that's fine too. Because I normally text
people with that one. I don't.
But that's fine.
On Twitter
or if you're doing something special, like an event or something, and you're like, look at this crazy thing I'm wearing for this charity or whatever.
Yeah,
that's cool. But 5 a day, or if you have to put on makeup just to take a selfie, and then it's like, I don't understand that.
That's a problem. If
I don't think that's a waste of. That's not only a waste of time. That's a waste of money, because it spends money to put makeup on every day. So they're wasting money just to put makeup on to take a selfie. I only wear makeup to go to work, and when I'm going to Liverpool, and that is it. Or if I'm going out somewhere nice, that is it.
I don't even wear makeup very much when I'm going out.
Maybe
a layer of foundation to make myself look less red.
I've got my eyelashes are dyed, my eyebrows are waxed. I'll shove on fucking lip gloss if my lips are dry.
Are dyed?
Yes, my eyelashes are dyed.
Eyelashes? What the fuck? I've not heard of that.
I'll send you a link, sweet guys.
That's so fucking
off on a tangent. But yeah, I sent Sammy a selfie at 3 a.m. last night probably, and it was me slumped on my desk.
Oh yeah.
Just looking like a piece of shit, tied off my tits, headphones on, hair everywhere, just looking like a mess.
Still looked fucking.
I think.
And I didn't care who saw it. I sent it to fucking everyone. Not really. I sent it to
all
3
the
people.
Snapchat people.
I sent it to Sammy and my boyfriend, and they're the only people I really ever send selfies to. And usually I'm putting a stupid face.
I think that I can't remember what I was going to say now. Damn it.
Sorry.
Narcissism, selfies.
Claire. Oh yeah, no, it's gone.
Narcissism and selfies was the thing we're on about.
Yeah,
we're on about
I know. I was going to say
makeup
something.
and not makeup and 5 a day.
Remember.
5 selfies a day is not healthy.
Now.
Mummy.
I honestly can't remember.
Mummy, I don't understand. Okay, back to the room. Back in the room. Okay.
Okay, regroup.
So rounding up, ladies.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Take selfies by all means. Don't take 5 a day. No one wants to see that.
Don't fish.
Yeah, don't fish for don't fish for compliments, because you don't need them. You're beautiful. So that, and you know what? I honestly hated myself about a year ago. I thought I'm so ugly and I hated myself and all this crap. And then one day I just woke up and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. If people don't like me for who I am, then they do not deserve to be in my life. Right?
Perfect.
If someone doesn't like you, then you should not waste your time on them. Okay?
No, don't.
And you shouldn't have to change for somebody. You shouldn't have to put on a mask for somebody.
Never force yourself into things. Never use people either.
Never use people. Just be yourself. Be true to who you are. Be true to the people in your lives. Be honest. Honesty, I swear to God, is the best policy. I know it's cliche, but it really is.
Sometimes
because
it's harsh,
being honest has saved my ass. Okay, a lot of times.
I have learned that if you want to tell someone to fuck off, just do it.
Just do it.
It's probably the best way. Least painful. Rip the bandage off and
fuck off.
Just don't take selfies by all means. The more interesting, the better.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, be creative.
Don't just be looking at the camera going, hi.
You don't have to be perfect. You're all beautiful. You're all wonderful people. And if you've got low self-esteem, please, for the love of butts, get help.
Don't sit there and cry for help to just random people. Don't say, oh, look at me, I need gratification. That's not going to help you.
There's so many ways that
empty
people can help you.
relationships if that happens. Don't want empty relationships, do you?
No, and it's just it takes so much energy, I'm assuming. Just money, time, and energy. It's not worth it. Life is short. You've got fucking 80 years at most. Just run around like an idiot. Be a dog.
Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself.
And if you're a dog, be yourself anyway.
Don't live to anyone else's expectations. Okay, have your own expectations. Have your own goals. Have your own dreams. Okay?
Always be yourself, unless
just
you
be
can
yourself.
be a unicorn.
Yeah.
Because unicorns are majestic.
Yeah, unicorns.
I wish I could be a unicorn.
Just don't be a horse.
Actually, do you know what? I'd actually be a cat, because everybody wants to be a cat, right?
Yeah, they have the best lifestyle.
They seem like
everybody wants to be a cat.
Copyright.
Yeah, because the cat's the only cat.
Disney will have us for this. Disney will have us for this.
You cannot. This video will get taken down if you sing that.
Alright, everybody wants to be a hat. Is that better?
Okay. I don't want to be a hat. Sitting on someone's head all day. No, thank you.
What if their hair's greasy?
What if it's really hot? What if it's really hot and you sweat out of your head?
Then you only get somebody sweat all over you because you're a hat. That's just
Why
gross.
if they? Yeah.
We have gone off on a wonderful tangent, and I think we've said all we can say about this, haven't we, sweethearts?
Be a decent person. Keep your narcissism in check. If you know someone who's narcissistic, sit them down, talk to them. Tell them that they shouldn't be doing the shit that they do, and that they can live a healthier lifestyle if they just get some help.
Long story short, if you're a narcissist, grow the hell up. If you know a narcissist, tell them to sort their shit out or leave them alone. And for the love of God, just love yourself for who you are.
But do it a bit more delicately than that.
Yeah.
And on that note, I think that's all from us for now. So we thank you for joining us. If you have any thoughts on this topic or what we've been talking about, leave a comment below. If you'd like to have a say in what we talk about next, leave a topic below or tweet us. Links are in the Twitter. In the description.
Shamble.
Links to Twitter and our sources are in the description. And probably, what are they called? Annotations all over the place. So I mean, that's a job for you. Well done.
I'll see what I can fix.
Join us next week. Day, month, year, I don't know, whatever. When we'll be diving into a brand new topic. I'm Viv.
I'm Claire.
And I'm Sammy.
Chappettes out.